Hey everyone, welcome back to the Deep Dive. So today we're going back a few years back to 2018,
Oh, yeah.
a year that really kind of shook up how we think about online discourse. You remember the Alex Jones ban?
I do, yeah.
The one where he got kicked off basically every platform?
Pretty much, yeah.
So we're not here to rehash all of that controversy.
Right.
We're going to use it as a jumping off point for a bigger conversation. We're going deep into censorship-free speech
Big topics.
and the power that these tech companies have over what we see and hear online.
Yeah, it's a really fascinating case because it brings up this tension, right? Between protecting people online
Yeah.
and free speech.
Exactly.
It makes you think about where the line is.
Yeah. Was banning Jones necessary to stop hate speech, or did it open the door to silencing people?
Yeah.
We're looking at an episode of Liberty Update from back then,
Okay.
and they were pretty critical of how it all went down.
They were, yeah. They were really concerned about censorship. They laid out this slippery slope argument that got a lot of attention.
Okay, so set the scene for us. What actually happened?
Well, it all started in February 2018. Jones posted a video questioning the story around David Hogg.
Parkland shooting.
Yeah, Parkland survivor. And YouTube and CNN came down hard on him, accusing him of harassment and bullying.
The hate speech label. That gets thrown around a lot.
It does. But what does it even mean?
Right. That's a problem.
Yeah.
There's no legal definition of hate speech.
Hmm.
It's up to interpretation.
So what one person thinks is hate speech
Yeah.
could just be someone else's opinion.
Exactly. And that's where it gets dangerous. Without clear rules, there's potential for bias and censorship.
So back to Alex Jones, YouTube took down the Hogg video,
Right.
gave him a strike,
Uh-huh.
and CNN admitted to reporting his content over and over
Yeah.
to try to get him banned.
Yeah, it sounds like a coordinated attack almost.
It does. It's like, be careful who you criticize.
Yeah, and that's what worries people. If powerful groups can silence their critics, where does that leave open discussion?
And this David Hogg thing was just the start, right? Yeah.
Liberty Update says it set off a chain reaction.
It did.
Spotify, Stitcher, Apple, Vimeo.
Yep.
They all removed Jones's content. They had their reasons. Hate speech harassment.
Right.
Discriminatory content. But Liberty Update called it a slippery slope. Okay, explain the slippery slope.
So the argument is if they can ban Alex Jones for these vague reasons,
Yes.
what's stopping them from banning anyone? The standards could change or be applied unfairly. Today it's Jones, tomorrow, who knows?
That's scary. It connects to this idea of thought crimes that Liberty Update talks about.
Right. Even if you don't actually do anything wrong,
Just saying the wrong thing.
it could get you in trouble.
And it wasn't just people getting banned. Liberty Update even mentioned Facebook flagging the Declaration of Independence as hate speech.
Yeah, that's right. They pointed to a bunch of times where normal, even historical documents
Wow.
got caught up in these content sweeps.
Hmm.
It seemed random. No clear reason. It makes you wonder if these platforms should be deciding what we can say.
Yeah, it feels like we're walking into a minefield here, and we're just getting started.
Yeah, and it makes people lose trust when they don't know what the rules are.
Right, like they're making it up as they go.
Exactly.
And Liberty Update was really pushing for using actual legal definitions.
Like libel and slander.
Yeah, to decide what to remove.
Could be more objective, right?
This whole hate speech thing feels so subjective.
It is. It's like they're saying legal definitions aren't perfect, but at least they're based on something solid.
Right, not just how someone feels.
Exactly. It makes you wonder if social media companies should be the ones deciding what's harmful.
Yeah.
Should that be up to the courts? It's tough. You want to protect people,
Of course.
but you don't want to stop people from speaking their minds.
Right. You don't want to give these companies too much power.
So where does this all leave us? Are we headed towards a world where only certain opinions are allowed online?
That's the big question. The Alex Jones case really brought these issues to light,
It did.
but it's gotten even more complicated since then.
Yeah. These companies have so much power over what we see online.
And with great power comes great responsibility or whatever.
Right, exactly.
To be fair, Liberty Update did say some people thought banning Jones was the right thing to do.
Oh, yeah. Not everyone thought he was a hero of free speech.
Right. They thought he was dangerous.
They thought he was harmful and that these platforms had to protect people from him.
So it's not as easy as saying all censorship is bad
No, it's not.
or that all free speech is good.
It's nuanced. There are valid points on both sides.
We have to find a balance.
We have to protect people from harm and also protect free speech.
But if we only focus on preventing harm,
Yeah.
could that lead to silencing any idea that makes someone uncomfortable?
That's a good point. Then the question becomes who gets to decide what's harmful.
Right.
If we give that power to platforms,
Yeah.
people might be afraid to say anything.
It all comes back to that tension between freedom and safety.
It does. And there's no easy answer. It's not black and white.
We need to consider everything.
We can't just ignore the fact that words can have real consequences.
Liberty Update seemed to think social media should try to change how people act instead of just silencing them.
Interesting. Is that even possible?
Are we asking too much?
It makes you think about the role these platforms play in setting social norms and shaping public discourse.
It's a lot of responsibility.
It is. Should they be promoting certain values, discouraging certain types of speech?
And if so, how do they do that without becoming the thought police? It feels like we've opened a can of worms here.
That's how it goes with these complex issues.
Yeah.
There are rarely simple solutions.
Right.
But talking about it is a good first step.
Yeah. This whole deep dive has been a good reminder.
Of what?
To think critically.
Yeah.
To question everything.
Absolutely.
And to consider all sides.
It's not about picking a side. It's about understanding the nuances.
And having thoughtful conversations.
Yeah.
I feel like we've just scratched the surface here. This whole Alex Jones thing, it really brought up all these questions about online speech.
It did.
Where's the line? Who decides? It's kind of mind-blowing.
And these questions are only going to get bigger. Tech keeps changing so fast.
It does.
What happens online doesn't stay online anymore.
True.
It affects everything.
So what about you listening? What are you thinking after all this? What stands out to you?
Imagine you had to create the perfect system for content moderation. What would be most important? How would you protect people, but also let them speak freely?
That's a tough one. But it's a question we have to answer.
We do.
The future of online conversation depends on it.
The Alex Jones ban was a deep dive into a complicated issue.
It was.
There's no easy answers.
Nope.
But the important thing is to talk about it.
To keep thinking critically.
Yeah, to challenge what we think we know.
We're all figuring this out together. So
Hey.
keep those questions coming. Keep talking. And thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
See you next time.